All right, here we go. Live on YouTube, live on Twitch. And we're gonna do LeetCode daily first, and then we're gonna vibe code. I think I gotta do some Auth with Twitch today. I think I need to create the back end to receive like an API to receive some type of callbacks or something. I don't know how Auth works, man, but I think that's what we need to build next. Let's see, hopefully it's not a hard problem, man. Medium problem. All right. I was using Cursor and I started testing Claude Code for some changes, and I realized Claude Code was doing a great job, so I ended up using only Claude Code. Yeah, I think that's pretty much how I transitioned, man. I was using Cursor and then I tried Claude Code, and then Claude Code just did so many more crazy things that I haven't seen before. And now I don't even open Cursor. I might cancel my Cursor subscription, my $20 a month. All right, here we go. Daily problem. In a bit, hold on. All right, there we go. Longest binary subsequence less than or equal to k. You're given a binary string s and a positive integer k. Return the length of the longest subsequence of s that makes up a binary number less than or equal to k. The subsequence can contain leading zeros. The empty string is considered to be equal to 0. A subsequence is a string that can be derived from another string by deleting some or no characters without changing the order of the remaining characters. So let's say 5, and the longest thing less than or equal to 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, what are they saying? 000? Wait, what? What's the answer? 5? Like this one? Oh, okay. They're talking about, I was like, where the hell are they guessing this from? But it's a subsequence. So we hit 0, 0, 0, 1, and 0. I was gonna say sliding window because I thought it was a substring, but it is actually a subsequence. So, I mean, we can n square this, man. We can n square this for sure. Dark Knights Artorias, what's happened? Do you want to do the problem on your own? Yes, I'd like to attempt it on my own, and then you can share your solutions or whatever. But let me at least try and solve it myself. I mean, with s length 1000, I think basically I can just do an n squared, which is easy. We just do a double for loop, and we start each substring at, you know, I, and then j will go from I to the end, and then we'll just remember the longest substring that is less than or equal to k. Let me just implement that real quick. So, man, I keep saying I gotta clean my keyboard, and then I don't do anything. All right, here it is. This is the double for loop. And how do we do this? We gotta just multiply by num and then add 1 or 0, right? And then if it's less than K, we try and remember, right? No, wait. I keep messing up, man. I keep thinking substring, but it's talking about subsequence. Hold on. I take back everything I said. Even though I recognize it was subsequence, I keep going back to this substring thing. So it's either that, maybe I can do like a take it or leave it in that case. If I did take it or leave it, let me see. Thought a way to do this in ON. Dang, ON time. I don't know. How do you have your monitors set up? I have one monitor there, one monitor there, and my camera is in the middle. No hints, please. Let me just give it some time to think, man. Longest subsequence of S. 1, 2, 3. I mean, I can just take it or leave it, man. Right? And then... No, wait, can I take it or leave it? No, hold on. A 2 side by side? Yeah, it's not really side by side, but yeah. What's your programming level? I don't know what you mean, man. Like intermediate. What spec monitor do you have? I think one of them is a 2K, one of them is a 4K. Or no. I think they're both 4K 32 inch. They look like 4K 32 inch. They're nothing fancy, man. They're just kind of boring. Man, 1,000 characters. The longest subsequence. That's less than or equal to K. This one feels tricky, man. What are some observations I can make? We want to have as many leading zeros as possible, because leading zeros count towards the length, but they don't count towards any value, right? So I'd say for sure, anytime we see a 0, we should just collect them. So it's gonna be at least all the zeros, and then maybe we have to find, maybe just find like, man, how do you do this? Most popular people have is 2 monitors side by side. Yeah, I think 2 monitors is pretty standard. It's just like, maybe, do we binary search on an answer? Or do we... I mean, subsequence. Take it or leave it. That's what it feels like, man. Take it or leave it. But then how would I even code that? I don't know. Take it or leave it? Yeah, knapsack. Take it or leave it. Coin change. It's a DP technique. dynamic programming technique. But even with that, I'm not sure. It's not obvious to me what to do here. Man, is this problem hard? Or am I tripping? Alright, so 5. 5 is 1, 0, 1. Let's look at some binary stuff, man. I'm gonna time box this. I'll give myself until half past the hour, and then I'm just moving on with my life. So 8, 4, 2, 1. So 5 is 1, 0, 1. So that means we can have I don't know what it means, man. Don't move on, just ask for a hint then? Nah. I mean, at some point I give up. I'm not one of those people that tries a problem forever, man. I mean, I'm thinking, I don't see anything too obvious yet. I don't see anything that's obvious to me yet. There's 5 right here. There's 1. Do I like look for the number itself? Do I look for... Alright. I gotta do this. I gotta look up the 0 track racing. Dang, 1839, for real? That's crazy. I'm that bad these days, huh? Only an 1839 rated problem, and I don't know what to do. Hepta5, what's happening? Welcome, welcome. No need to prep for your Amazon interview. What are you talking about? Who's Amazon interview? No need to prep for any interviews. Instead of moving on, take it as a leave it and think about why you couldn't find a solution and try to change your way of thinking about problems. I mean, I'm time boxing my LeetCode. I don't spend all my time on LeetCode these days. Did I do computer science? No, I did not. All right, give me a hint. Give me a hint. Give it to me. Just cheat and use interview coder. Yeah, maybe. All right, Dark Knights Artorias, please. Hint. Wait, can you solve this for sure, or you think you can solve it? Because I don't know. Subsequence less than or equal to k. Alright, if I did a take it or leave it. Oh, I can do take it or leave it, man. I'm gonna try and take it. I'm gonna try and do a take it or leave it. But I don't know how to. I guess if we can take it, we should take it. Think about how many bit you have to look at once the max binary could be. What? Anyways, I'm gonna try this take it or leave it stuff. But it can go, K is up to 1 billion. It's either a take it or a leave it. I don't know if take it or leave it is gonna work actually. As long as it's within K, if you can take it, you keep it within K, you should take it. All right, let me just try, man. Let me just try. So, nah, I don't want to try it. I don't want to try it. All right, let me hit one of these hints, man. Choosing a subsequence from the string is equivalent to deleting all the other digits. What does that mean? Choosing one thing is the same as deleting all the other digits. So, should I just... How's that gonna help me? Should I just keep removing the most significant bit? Until it's less than K? That sounds like it, man. Let me think about that. So I evaluate the string, and then I just keep removing the most significant bit. And then as soon as I get at least K or under, then that's the answer. I think that would work. So here is, so this length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that means I look at the most significant. Right now, this number is a lot bigger than 5. So since that's true, I just delete the first one. And then now I evaluate, and then this number is also bigger than, this is like 10 or something, or I don't know, 1, 2, 4, 8, 12, I guess. And then we delete the most significant bit that is set. And then boom, we have 5, or we have 5 length. That's the answer. Sorry, my spelling was terrible. So the problem requires you to look at each bit once. So you have to loop over the entire array. You should also know the maximum length. The binary digit could be. So you could use a hash map to store values in once you loop over the array and store it in what you need. I'm not too sure what you're saying, man. Because, all right, first, the maximum length of the binary, we can have leading zeros, so I'm not sure if that part sounds good to me. Because right now, 5 in binary is 101, so that would be a length of 3, but this answer is 5 because it has the leading zeros there. But I do think deleting the most significant set bit will work. I just need to figure out how to implement that. And then I got 6 minutes to implement that. Let's see. How do I calculate? Should I just calculate it like this, or make a function to calculate based on the string? I don't know if I actually want to delete strings. Oh, you know what? Maybe, all right, I have a different approach. This might look a little bit crazy. So I'm going to be like, how many bits, how many ones should we delete? Delete ones. I guess we can just go these are like how many ones we're gonna delete. So at first we try and delete no ones, and then we calculate the binary. Man, my R's are double tapping, man. So that means for every character, double cur, and then I add is it like that? So, all right, if this character is a 1 and we didn't skip as many as we should skip it. Otherwise, wait, it's a little confusing. No. We should skip it and we should increment skips. That's it. I don't need any else, right? So if it's a 1 and we should skip it, continue, and then if this is less than equal to k, we're gonna return n minus I, perhaps. I gotta fix my keyboard, man. I don't know what to return here. Maybe 0. Let me see if that works. Oh, Jesus. Wait. I should have known that would have overflowed, man. Rookie mistake, but I think it's good now. Alright, that wasn't so bad, actually, once I gave it some thoughts. I think that delete thing was a good hint for me. Leet whale, what's happening? What's happening? That's it for the LeetCode. The LeetCode daily. I had to read one hint. It seemed really hard at first. And then, I guess the key observation is we should just be deleting the most significant set bit at each time. Let me see what their second hint was. If you were to remove a digit, which one should you remove to reduce the value of the string? Yeah, this one is a bit more obvious hint. Oh, Brett, what's happening? What's happening? Let's see what Brett did. So instead of deleting the most significant bit, you're just building it up from the last one. Wait. I don't know what you're doing yet, but I know you're going from the back. And then so for I and the character, you cast it to an int. Then you're shifting it by I. Oh, because if it's 0 and it's shifted, it's still 0. But if it's set and then it's shifted, then you know what... Oh, so this B is the value. Oh, and this value is your current. And yeah, I see what you're doing. This is your bit value and this is your overall value. You're adding them together. If it's less than equal, then you keep adding it. Huh. How does this work? All right, let me think about your solution here, Brett. Oh. If it fits, you take it. So even if we approach a bit that doesn't fit, it still continues, and then that way it will always pick up the zeros, and it will only pick up the set bits if they're cool. But man, I wouldn't think that this would work, because I'd be thinking like, depending on when I select the set bit, it could have a different value. I wouldn't have the confidence to be like, the set bits that we select will always be the same value, you know? I don't know if that makes sense. I'd be tripping out myself thinking of like some edge cases where it wouldn't be true. Interesting. So this is a real ON solution. I had to do some bootleg n squared. Thank you for sharing, Brett. Wow, what a solution, man. Oh no, Condom Chris wants the type razor. These are cleaner than what I was thinking. Yeah, wait, what were you thinking, Dark Knight? Did you code something up? I had a tough time trying to understand what you're saying, but maybe if you coded a solution and shared it, it would be like, we would know what you're talking about a lot easier. All right, here we go. Type racer. First race is the warm-up. Second race, championship round. Oh, when will we start redeeming type blazer? I don't know. Hopefully sometime soon. I've been saying I'm gonna deploy it to production for like a few weeks now, and I haven't done it. But you know, I have a lot of days off coming up, so maybe I'll get some time to work on it. All right, here's a type eraser. My keyboard is not really working, so I don't know if I'll be competitive. All right, let me share it in the Discord. You built this? No, I did not build type eraser. I'm trying to build something similar. And you'll see it once I start vibe coding. It's called Type Blazer. All right, here we go. First race warm-up, second race championship round. Dang, I'm not even logged in. Look at that. I can't even type if I'm double tapping R's. All right. Time out, man. You guys continue. I had to try and fix this. Something. I need that compressed air, man. That's what I really need. That's the R key, right? Oh, Q Ultimus. Welcome to the party. Type Blazer C grip. Wait, what you talking about? C grip? What does that mean, man? Man, I'm hot today. I'm sweating. It's crazy hot here in New York, man. Wait, C grip is a TV emote, dang. I don't know how that looks. Anyways, you guys are wasting on me. Man, still double R's. Yeah, I tried to install some type of speech to text for a vibe coding session today, and there isn't an obvious choice, man. People are saying whisper, but that's like some... Wait, what? Type Blazer, yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyways, who does vibe coding by speech to text? If you guys have some tools that you can let me know of, that would be great. All right, I got to log in because I'm not logged in. So here we go. Sign in. Go to my own racetrack, and this is the championship race, man. Here we go. Here we go. It's about to begin right now. Everyone's gonna beat me today. Double R's are killing me. Alright. Dang, look at that. Q Ultimus winning the championship round. Very nice, Q. Very nice. He beat No Condom Chris. Clistar94 beat me, but I'm also on faulty equipment right now. Sravan V from YouTube. What can I learn from you? I don't know. I don't know what you can learn from me, man. That depends on what you already know. All right, Q Ultimus. Let me put that up on the board. Q Ultimus. Type Racer Champ with a 107. Did NCC throw? Nah, NCC is too honorable to throw the race for no reason. That joint is slowing me down. Yeah, I can't type fast when that type of stuff happens. I lost 13 WPMs on last word. Dang. It's crazy. It happens though. Look at that. Q Ultimus with 32 wins. Very good. Alright, somebody asked what I'm working on maybe. I'm about to show y'all what we're working on. We're working on vibe coding. I'm trying to do this in a weird way. This is not like for real, for real. It's just a fun project. But I'm trying to build this without writing a single line of code. Or at least minimal code. I'm trying to like actually have the AI do everything. I have a lot of things I gotta do with this repo. I think somebody suggested that I go with a mono repo instead of trying to do like sub modules in the repo or something. I think I'd like to try that out, but I don't want to do that on stream because it's boring. I actually don't even really remember what I was working on last. I think it was the Auth. I think I had problems with the identity server. Alright, how do we begin? First, maybe I can just show you where we're at. Let me kill some of these things. I don't need that many, right? Kill these WSLs. I do need 2 PowerShells, so I will start at the front end. And then I will start the socket server. Where's that? How do I do that? Like that. And then I don't even know if I need the identity server yet because the OAuth isn't working. What do you mean back and front ends for the mono repo? Yeah, right now the front end is its own GitHub repo and the server is its own repo, but I think I want to unify them into one mono repo so it's a lot easier for me to manage with the vibe coding stuff. Alright, this is what I've been working on. Everybody's seen this already. Type Blazor. We were trying to add authentication. So here it's kind of like the game we just played, Type Racer. You just type some stuff. Man, I might have to go get my other keyboard and retire this keyboard for a bit until I clean it, man, because it's really annoying. Alright, so look at that. We fixed the accuracy. Last time it was always showing 100%. WPMs look good. And also, the races are being saved to your profile now. We also did that like last stream or a couple streams ago. So it's starting to look like a real product, man. We have, I don't know what, statistics or whatever. You can see all the races I've done. I haven't tried a multiplayer race. But maybe we can try one. So here it is, multiplayer. I'll make a new incognito window. Look at that, multiplayer is bumping, man. I'm gonna start the race. I wonder what the multiplayer statistics look like. There's a lot of like small things I gotta fix. Man. 53 WPM, 68% accuracy. I have to finish it on the other account. Sorry. I'm gonna go get my other keyboard after this. Because how am I gonna type with a broken keyboard? So, there it goes. The race results are in. Let's see if it's saved to my profile. Let's go wild. What's happened? You did this Type Blazer thing alone by yourself? Yeah, I guess so. Oh, look, it does work. It says multiplayer and then all that stuff. I vibe coded this, which means I just told the AI to do everything for me. And I really haven't like coded anything, man. So that's how far I've gotten. This is a front end is in Vue, the back end is in C++. We're using supabase for authentication, and it's kind of working, man. I'm very excited that it's gotten this far without me coding anything. I really like your Insta photos. Thank you very much. You spent much time in Osaka? Yes, I used to live there. What LLM did you use? I used a mixture of Gemini 2.5, Claude Sonnet, and Claude 4 Opus. Yeah, I lived in Osaka for about a year, and then I lived there again for about 6 months. Signs of getting closer to singularity? Yeah, we're real close, man. Anyways, I'll be right back. Give me 2 minutes. I just need to grab my other keyboard. All right, here we go. I gotta fix that dang keyboard. You guys want to see the keyboard? Here it is, the backup keyboard. Maggie Tech, what's happened? Thought vibe coding was where people code together with vaporware music. We're vibing together? No, it's vibe coding is about letting the AI do everything for you. This dude has an amazing setup. Yeah, I actually put a lot of time and effort and research and money into my stream setup. Probably way too much money, man, and stuff. But it's all right. Wait, where are we at? Where are we at? Yeah, so we're just doing a little testing out the app, seeing where we're at, showing it off a little bit. So that was the multiplayer feature. We're recording multiplayer games, single player games, WPMs. My biggest question is, how did you explain the AI to create UI? It's very sexy. Thank you. I gave it some ridiculous prompts, man. I was like, what did I tell it, man? First, I think I told it to make the front page look like a video game, like Stardew Valley, or, you know, a game like that. And then I told it to like make the logo look like it's burning and it's flaming on fire. And then it gave me like a very generic UI, and then I kept prompting it with ridiculous prompts to get it to this level. And then for here, I kind of just told it to make it look like monkey type. So it wasn't anything too crazy. Do you store the prompts you use? No, but they're in my VODs somewhere. On YouTube, YouTube has all my VODs, so you can probably, if you got the patience, you can go find out whenever I did that. I don't know when the first day of me working on TypeBlazer was, man. Maybe like a month and a half ago. Hepta 5, Udavato, man. Alright. Now, let's finish this dang Twitch Auth feature. So we gotta sign out. I suppose what we need to do is, I'm gonna make a new thing here. Turn on my identity server. And you said it uses Vue and what? Alright, I use Vue on the front end. I use supabase for my database needs and my authentication. I'm using C++ on the socket server for the multiplayer. And for my identity server, I think we're using, who knows, man, Hono. We're using Hono on the identity server that's not yet finished. What do you use for your IDP? What do you use for your IDP, man? IDP, what are you talking about? I need to make one, and I'm thinking about standing up a Active Directory server. Hepta 5, what are you talking about? Integrating C++ and Vue with vibe coding should be a pain in the ass. Wait, what? I mean, the C++, the only integrating that's done is the JSON files need to be the same going back and forth. That's the only type of integration you really need. You know, or whatever, however you transfer the data, there just needs to be some standard there. Where you map users to roles? I don't know what that is. Wait, so you have authentication. Will you have authorization like users? Oh, yeah. Like where maybe I can go in and change my WPMs to make it look like I'm faster, but a regular user can't do that. Like different roles or whatever. Vibe coding de-acidifies things? What? Sometimes, maybe. TypeBlazer is the first real world project I see? No, that's a crazy statement, man. Alright. To be honest, I don't know any other vibe coded projects out there, but I'm sure there must be dozens or hundreds of vibe coded projects out there in the wild right now. I wish I had more time to work on TypeBlazer. That's why I'm quitting my job, man, so I can just vibe code all day. Anyways, let's try this OAuth to see if it works. I think it doesn't work. I know it doesn't work. So I'm gonna sign in, continue with Twitch. This looks kind of weird, but I'm gonna just continue, and then it invalid request. This is where we were last time. So I don't know why or what's happening, but it don't work. And I could probably try and debug it myself, but that's not what we're trying to do, man. We're trying to push the LLMs to their limits to see what it's capable of. Twitch OAuth. So, all right, I'm telling that this is the LLM. This is Claude Code now. I'm talking to the AI. I'm prompting it. I'm having issues with Twitch OAuth. I'm gonna tell it, can you analyze the code and get yourself familiar with it before I describe the problems. All right, I just want it to like do its homework before I tell it what's up. I don't know if this is a good idea to do or not, but we're experimenting here, you know? Wait, I have to deal with certificate authentication, so I use Active Directory to manage a bunch of all that authorization. Hey, Hepta 5, I don't know much about what you're talking about. I don't even know what Active Directory does or is. It's like some Microsoft thing where a bunch of people can use some folder on a network. Is that what Active Directory is? Or is it something different? Yeah, I've never used Active Directory, at least in the last decade. It's a way to manage user permissions. I don't see why it would need. Yeah, I'm not sure if Hepta 5 is talking about a different thing, or are you talking about Type Blazor Hepta 5, or are you talking about some stuff that you're currently working on? All right. The Claude thing is just studying the code base. Hey, what? Memory leak detected. It's crazy. How does it know that? Wait, Active Directory is used to manage users plus user permissions. Wait, what is this for? For like work? Or something else? Alright, now it understands. It says it understands. But it doesn't work. Let me try it one more time, and then with the console open. And how do I make it not clear? Preserve log. There's nothing in the logs, man. All right, what's the problem? It doesn't work. I don't know how to explain. Twitch OAuth doesn't work. I'm gonna just paste the error from the identity server. This is the log from the identity server. Jake 1130, how are you doing, man? The vibes are sky high, man. The vibes are going all right. I'm trying to fix my Twitch authentication right now. We have at least some form of authentication for Type Blazor, but the Twitch one ain't working yet. So I just have regular username, password, auth that's working right now. But look at that. I got the profiles working. It tracks your races. The multiplayer, it also tracks the races correctly, accuracy, everything. The multiplayer was bumping. It was looking real nice, and it got some cool colors. None of this was coded by me. Everything was coded by Claude or Gemini. All right, so I'm gonna just see what it tells me to do. I have stuff to do, but I'm burnt out. Oh, wait. You mentioned ID. Oh, IDP, identity provider. Hey, I'm just, this is, this is just for authentication, man. It ain't nothing too serious. I just need to have some type of API endpoints that receives, I guess, the tokens and stuff from Twitch whenever the OAuth thing triggers. I don't know how OAuth works, man. That ain't my job. I'm just here to tell the LLMs what to do. Even though, you know, I implemented the Twitch OAuth on my own website, midnightsimon.com. So I guess we could reference that to see like what the differences are. But I want Claude Code to do it for me. Like, why am I paying it $200 a month if it can't fix all of my problems, man? All right, restart and try it again. But I don't think it's a problem on my identity server. I think it's a problem on the front end. I'm gonna just tell it that. I don't think the problem is on the identity server. I believe it has something to do with the front end, but I will do whatever you told me anyways. What did it tell me to do? Restart, try the OAuth flow again. Oh, check the new detail logs. And the OAuth redirect URL is set exactly to this. Yeah, I think it is. I don't even want to check. Alright, so I think they just want the logs, man. Here we go. Restart identity server. We try the flow again, so I'm gonna log out. Maybe I should even do this no, I was gonna say incognito, but I don't feel like to sign into Twitch. So I'm just gonna do it logged out and click the button. And wait, maybe maybe it was. Wait, this is a different. Maybe I will check. Alright, let me do that on another screen, man. Where does it say I need to log into? Twitch something, man. How do I Twitch dev console? Type Blazor. I'm gonna manage that. Oh, it was wrong. My URL was wrong. I'm trying to update it. But it won't update. How do I save, man? It's just... Oh, I have to click I'm not a robot. Alright, let's try it one more time. I just updated my URLs. My callback. Alright, it's still doing some stuff. Dang. I should tell it chill. Should I undo all those changes on the front end? I'm gonna just try it. Here we go, here we go. Moment of truth coming up right now. Sign in with Twitch. Poof, look at that, man. That is me. That's me for sure. We didn't see this last time. Uh-oh. I didn't cancel it. Alright, hopefully none of those codes mean anything. And nothing bad will happen. It is kind of working. You were right about the Auth callback URLs not matching. Thank you. Here is the latest error from the ID server. We just need to fix that email thing, man. That should be an easy fix. Spoopdy, what's happened? Welcome. AI praise exactly what they want. Hey, I'm just trying to be nice and give credit where credit is due. I'm willing to admit I didn't believe it was right, but it turned out to be right, you know? Man, it is so hot. I don't usually sweat when I'm streaming, man, but Jesus. Don't develop emotions for the machines, it's just a robot? No, man. It's more than a robot to me. The scientist, what's happened? What's the temp there? I don't know. Let me check. Inside here? Alright. Who knows? I don't have a thermometer, man. It feels like 100 degrees Fahrenheit, man. 61 degrees. No, it ain't 61 degrees in here, man. It is a lot higher. I think if I went outside, it's probably cool. But I got a lot of lights on and stuff. And then it was hot earlier. It was like 100 degrees earlier. So maybe a lot of that heat is still trapped in my room, you know. It's been up to like 95. It's been crazy hot. Is Kiab, what's happened? It hit like 100 and something yesterday, man. I had a cardigan, socks, and beanie on. Dang. Cardigan? What the heck is that? That's some Fresh Prince of Bel-Air clothes, man. Fancy. You're stylish. Hey, BetSimp, what's happened? Yesterday was like the hottest day in the last 7 years. Only 7 years? This is my style? Nah, I'm saying you're way too fancy for me, man. I'm hearing a 10-year-old t-shirt from way back when. I probably should get rid of. Isn't New York a heat dome at the moment? Yeah, it's real. I think the heat wave is ending. It says it's gonna be cool tomorrow. Get a Dare cardigan? Nah, man. I'm not trying to get arrested. Anybody who wears a Dare shirt, we went over this last time, man. Anybody who wears a Dare shirt is a certified drug dealer, man. I'm not trying to get searched. Wait, what was I doing? I was waiting until restart and try again. Alright, I'm gonna try it again. Hey, did it really update my tables like that? Because it has the MCP thing configured. I got some 10-year-old jeans. Hey, jeans are supposed to last a long time, right? But man, you still fit in your jeans from 10 years ago? That means you must be fit. I for sure couldn't fit in my jeans from 10 years ago. Alright, we gotta restart this thing. Researchy, what's happening? I just inherited a vibe coded project at work. I have to implement a backend RBAC for S3 as a database and like a 2000 line component that does 5 things? What are you talking about, man? Why don't you just vibe code those features? Wait, that's the plan, right? You're just gonna add to the vibe coded project more vibe coding, right? Because that's what I would do. I'm not even playing. If you're allowed to use Claude Code at work, I'll just use that, and whatever it does, I'll just send it. Yeah, continue the process. Maybe they don't know how to vibe code, but I think you can do it, man. I think Claude Code can handle that. For sure. 2000 line component that does 5 things. Just tell Claude Code, refactor this with the best front end principles in mind or whatever, and then see what it does. I mean, it's worth a shot, man. It's worth a shot. Maybe you can just one-shot that whole thing. All right, here we go. Let's try the authentication again. Wait, should I clear my cookies and all that stuff? How do you do that? Somewhere here. Clear. All right, fresh everything. Sign in with Twitch. Authentication canceled. I didn't cancel it, man. I didn't do that. I'm gonna do it again. Email exists. All right, I'm gonna delete myself from the supabase on my other screen. Spoopty says, I try to stay fit. I'm naturally pretty slim, so that helps. Dang, naturally pretty slim. I'm not naturally slim. Well, maybe I am, but I'm naturally attracted to junk food. So it cancels out my natural slimness. And it turns me into a natural chubby guy. I can't resist junk food, man. I don't know how people do that. You guys got some crazy willpower. Alright. How do I... Auth users... I mean, delete... How do I delete myself? In... Supabase. I wish I knew, man. I don't know anything. Oh yeah, I think I found it. Delete user. All right, here we go. I'm gonna try it one more time. Just don't even call it food. What you talking about? Don't call it food. They learn to eat terrible food that tastes terrible to stay thin. What? I got what is that? So I feel gastro something. So I feel full when I eat what others may not consider a lot of food. I do, however, try to moderate my sugar intake. Yeah, I see. All right, we're gonna try this OAuth, Twitch OAuth thing one more time. I think this time it's actually gonna work. Let's see what's up. All right, so I gotta delete these dang cookies just to be sure we don't have cookies. Nice. And then sign with Twitch. Still doesn't work, but maybe we're getting closer. It doesn't work. Here is the error from the... Yeah, it didn't work, Spoopdy, but it's real close. I hope. What means doodling? Doodling is like when you're in school and you're boarding class and you take your pen or your marker and you start drawing little things in your notebook or on your desk because you're so bored. That's how I'd explain doodling. The act of drawing simple, often abstract images or patterns while a person's attention is otherwise occupied. Yeah, doodling. These are some professional doodles though. My doodles don't look anything like these doodles, man. Dang. These are sick. You wanna see what my doodles look like? I'll do them right now. I'm gonna doodle for y'all. I'm gonna show you exactly how I do it when I was in school. Alright, you guys ready? Yeah, ready, man. Here we go. Oh yeah. That's that's as far as my doodling goes, man. Everybody knows that. I used to program my calculator when I got bored in class. Dang, Jake 1130 out here programming in his programming class when he's bored of his programming class. Doodling on the calculator, doing ASCII art or something, playing Tetris. Wait, sometimes changing models helps. I've noticed models have strengths and weaknesses depending on what you're doing. Yeah, that's for sure. But I've just been using Opus for everything, man. Its strength is everything. Its weakness is it costs a lot of money. But since I'm on that flat rate plan, I don't have to worry about cost. So I just let it run loose with Opus. But they say, you know, they say like Gemini is probably one of the best LLMs for large scale refactors because it has a crazy context window. When I was bored in class, I made my calculator say boobs. Yeah, who didn't, man? I don't doodle, I write, like my feelings or my brain logs. Alright. No, alright. You do that when you're bored in class, you just write in your journal. That's a little bit more involved than doodling maybe, because you gotta think about your feelings and then you gotta write them down, you know? Are y'all old enough to have the drug dealing game on TI 83? Hey, what are you talking about, man? Drug dealing game TI 83. Drug wars? What the hell? For real? This is what y'all been doing on your graphing calculators? I never owned a graphing calculator until my senior year of college. Because I traded somebody a bag of weed for their calculator when they were graduating. That's the only reason I had one. But I went through all of my undergrad with just a scientific calculator. And I was very proud of that. You know, everybody else had a graphing calculator and I chose to not do that. I chose, you know, I'm just gonna do everything with this old ass calculator. And I managed to graduate barely, but I thought that was a nice accomplishment of mine. Try it when you're alone, just write. You can also mix doodle with random things. Yeah, I never write anything, man. Hey, is this thing stuck? What is it doing? Running some npm install JSON web token. Alright, I'm gonna interrupt it. I'll run that command. Wait, I'll just run it and then I'll tell it to continue. Because alright, I'm gonna tell it I just installed JSON Web Token. Please carry on with whatever you were doing. Using an outdated calculator is like writing code without an LLM. Yeah, I used to be into that type of stuff. Maybe I was like a purist, you know, but now I've realized my mistakes, man. It's not about using antique technology. It's about using the latest technology, man. Make our lives a little easier. I write. I'm not a writer, but a good writer. Yeah, I don't write anything. But one time I wrote an email to my uncle, who's a writer, and then he responded that I'm a really great writer. So maybe I should explore a career in writing. I wrote that email like 10 years ago. Writing is such an incredible technology for organizing your thoughts. What? I guess writing is a technology. I never thought about writing as a technology, but I guess it is, right? Wait, I try to do as many calculations as possible on pen and paper. Wait, out of the madness. Sorry, I missed your messages. Yeah, I tried to. In college, I tried to do that, man. I tried to like stay away from calculators as much as possible so that I could learn more deeply or something. Turns out I never used any of that math anyways, so I should have just used a damn calculator, man. Maybe I would have gotten better grades. Anyways, what are we doing? You think it fixed? Should I try it? I'll test it. What's your opinion about singularity? That's when the AIs get smart enough and take over the world, and that's what the singularity is, right? My opinions about singularity, like my opinion on whether it's actually gonna happen or not, or leader of Meow, what's happened? AI talk, gotta leave. See you later. You come into a vibe coding stream, man. That's all we talk about these days. Oh, thank you. Cool shades. Thank you. And see you later. That was my reasoning also, sorta, at least try to understand the logic of the work a little bit better. Yeah. Wait, beam me up? Spoopty. What are you talking about? I was being sarcastic? Hey, you never know. There's so many people hate AI stuff, man. People are like unnecessarily hostile when they hear the term vibe coding. I see it all the time. I never really experienced it until recently. When somebody rated me and everybody started like telling me how useless vibe coding is and stuff like that. But I see it all the time on the internet forums when people talk about their vibe coding projects, and you look at all the comments. If it's not in a vibe coding form and it's in just like a regular general like CS career forum or something in subreddit, all the comments are usually overwhelmingly negative, you know, towards anybody who considers or says anything about AI or vibe coding. And it's crazy how hostile people are, man. I don't get it. I think they're scared. That's what I think. Anyways, we're trying to test this Auth stuff. End up talking about nonsense. Authentication canceled. I didn't cancel it, man. You canceled it. All right, one more time. Wait. Oh, I didn't. Not configured. Okay. Did it tell me I gotta do that? Do I got to do that for real? All right, I'll do that. I gotta hide my screen though. Wait. No, not definite. Wait, what are you talking about? Do you mean AI becomes self-learning and accelerates? Said won't happen. I don't know if it won't happen, but I don't think it's happening next year, you know. It's where the power of computer is beyond our understanding. Wait, you are a senior. You probably have done these minor tasks a bunch of times, so I understand you want this to be done by an AI and supervise it. Who's a senior? I'm not. I'm a junior, man. I feel like a junior. I'm a junior AI vibe coder. That's what I am. Another example of singularity results is Tron. I didn't see Tron. Wait, I don't want to do any of it as a junior? Make the AI do the minor tasks that I should be doing? Yeah, I don't want to do anything either. Meow? Wait. What are y'all talking about? Anyways, let me fix my JWT thing. So go to my supabase, it says. Go to project dashboard, settings, API. Oh yeah, I see it. I see the secret, man. Update my .env file. Alright, I'm about to do that right now. And my secret here. Very good, very good. I just inserted that secret. And now I will check it out again. Here we go. How old am I? I am in my upper 30s. And tell me about yourself. What can I tell you real quick? I always felt like I didn't belong. I can say that. I never felt like I belonged to any particular group or anything. I always felt like an outcast my whole life. Maybe a black sheep in everything I do. Not a very good student, but I think I was very capable. I was just terrible. Gave a lot of trouble when I was younger. Wasn't very disciplined. Only wanted to do what I wanted to do. Barely graduated college. I didn't study computer science. I studied mechanical engineering. Graduated lowest GPA probably, not probably for sure. And then couldn't find a job in mechanical engineering. This is in like 2010. Worked in some restaurants for some times, couple years, and then decided to start programming to make money. And I learned how to program. I started programming in 2013. And I started doing a bunch of shady stuff with programming. I did a lot of black hat marketing, creating bots and whatnot. And at some point, maybe after about 6-7 years of that, I got tired of it. I got bored. I mainly got frustrated because it was getting really hard. At the time, a lot of websites were requiring phone number authentication. This was before you had to have a phone number for everything. It was just you needed an email, so that was easy to like fake. but having a physical phone number became a lot harder. The spam game became really difficult, so I decided to go legit. I started off doing freelancing. My first big client was a bank in Jamaica. I made them an app, and then I got my first job in 2020 at a startup, and I worked there for a year. And then so first job 2020, and then you can read about the rest of my story here. In 2021 was my first stream, and the story continues on this website. That's basically TLDR of my whole life. Oh, let's go wild. Thank you very much for that hydrate. Cheers. Hey, let's go wild. Thank you very much. Hopefully this thing works. Invalid JWT. Oh, that's not true. Oh, it is true. It is true. All right, let me hide it. I didn't copy the whole key, man. I messed up. Jesus Christ. Identity server, env. All right, close all these env files. Close this thing, clear it out, run it again, share my screen. We're good to go. It's also a good interview about, what is that, Real Raymond Jones? Oh yeah. Yeah, I shared basically my whole story on Real Raymond Jones's stream. Was it a stream? Yeah, it was. All right, let's try this one more time, man. Wait, everything's running, yeah? Yes. This time it has to work. Whew, it's so easy, man. Well, it's not done yet. But we're making progress. We're making some progress, man. All right. It has gotten further than it has ever gone before, but it is stuck saying on the front end. Why? Can you debug this? Think super hard. Ultra think. Ultra think. UI looks real pretty. Leader of Meow, thank you so much. You can I didn't do anything, man. Everything is really done by Claude. Absolutely everything. The only thing I really done here by myself is paste in my environment variables, man. That's really all I've done. Program, welcome. Ultra, hey, that's not a meme. Saying ultra code is actually a thing. And Anthropic ultra thing. It's a real thing, man. They talk about it in one of their blogs or wherever. So look, okay, this is straight from Anthropic's website. Look at that. We recommend using the word think to trigger extended thinking mode, which gives Claude additional computation time to evaluate alternatives more thoroughly. These specific phrases are mapped directly to increasing levels of thinking budget in the system. Think, then think hard, then think harder, and then ultra think. There's also variations of each level that they don't talk about here. But think harder can also be a mega think. Can you link me this? Yeah, I recommend everybody, whether or not you are interested in vibe coding or you've tried vibe coding or whatever, I highly recommend to read this whole article entirely. And then if you're not excited to try vibe coding after reading this article, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know how to convince you, because there are some really exciting things they talk about here. And not just silly things like ultra think. They go into detail about how to get the best results possible by like using LLMs to code. Anyways, Out of the Madness says, I think also if you want to read about LLMs as programming tools, I'd read Simon Wilson's blog. Hey, who's that? Wait, did you try out all the LLMs before settling on Claude Code, or is this the first thing you tried? Hey, I tried everything a little bit at least. I think I was mainly using Gemini and Claude for Sonnet initially, and then I started to use Opus with Claude Code, and then I was able to do things so much more quickly and more accurately than any other model that I've ever tried. Once I bought the Claude Max plan and used Opus like unlimited, that's when I started to see the biggest differences in like how quickly I could get things from my ideas to like a working product, you know. So but I haven't done extensive testing, and I haven't done like the scientific method where I give everything the same prompts and all that stuff and measure it. I'm just going off of gut feeling, man. I'm sure someone probably has done a more thorough investigation into like the LLMs. Yeah, I'm just going off of the vibes, man. Wait, are thinking terms model specific, like just Opus? Yeah, that's a good question, and I'm not too sure. I think it's like Opus and Sonnet, but maybe not. Maybe it's just Opus. I don't want to give misinformation here, so I'm just gonna say I don't know. Anyways, so debugging complete. Added console login, fix blah 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 blah. Next step, restart identity server, open up console, try it again, and tell them what's up. Alright, don't look at my tokens, man. I'm gonna restart this thing. Try the flow one more time. I feel like we are so close. Cops chasing? Yeah, man, I live in New York City. There's always some type of sirens going off. Not always police. Sometimes it's fire trucks, ambulance, police, whatever else. I don't even know. All right, here we go. Honestly, I should open up my console. Hey, I don't know what to tell it, man. I'm gonna just copy this console. This is all I see in the browser console. Man, we've been stuck on this Auth for like 3 streams. We gotta get moving, man. But hey, maybe once this Auth thing works, it's time to ship it. Maybe, right? I mean, there's still a lot of features we could work on, but I want to like get everything in some type of server, even if it's just like a development server on the internet. I just want it out there, you know. Let the AI know that you're gonna have to start making cuts to the company and it's performing pretty below standards. Yeah, spooped it. That's coming real soon because we've tried a bunch of times, man. All right, I'll do this one more time. So it's asking me to do. It's asking me to post the length. I'll do that. I'll do it for you. Let me restart all that junk. Go in here. Sign in. Sign up with Twitch. I'm gonna just copy the whole thing. Here is the whole console. How many lines of code do you think TypeBlazer is up to now? No idea, man. I don't even know what's in the code. At least 100. All right, let's look at Auth button. 200. 300 lines. Oh no, thousands, 10,000 lines maybe. Or 5,000, who knows? At least 3 lines, yeah. Think you need to hydrate? Alright, well, nobody redeemed the hydrate, man. But I'll hydrate for free. That counter for tokens would drive me nuts if I had to pay per token. Well, good thing we don't pay per token, man. Let's see how much usage we've done today. I haven't really been using it as to its full potential, man. We've only hit 12 bucks today. Easy, easy work. This isn't all the usage that I've done because I use it on my other computer, but so this only tells me my local usage. But my other computer, I've gone up to like $1,700 in only one weekend. If I actually worked vibe coded for multiple weekends, I think I could hit like 8K in token usage. Grum Cakes, thank you very much for the hydrates. Cheers. All right, here we go. Hey, it worked. Look at that. It even has my picture up there. That's crazy. I didn't even tell it to do all that, man. It has my dang Twitch picture. Oh, this is... I feel like if you did this vibe coding for a few days, you'd have finished this project and then some. Hey, Q! I might have to do that. This is scary? Hey, what are you talking about scary? This is exciting, man. I guess it's scary if you're just gonna sit there and let the whole world use AI and get ahead or something. But I think it's also very exciting if you think about all the things that you could do with this at your fingertips, you know? Especially like already knowing how to code like most of you do. Most of you are software engineers. We have such a great advantage now because we learned how to code before the era of LLMs. And maybe, I don't know if that's good or bad, but I think it gives us an advantage, at least right now, when to like effectively vibe code, you need to have some understanding of code already, you know? Now you have to become great product managers. Yeah, I guess you do. It's like now you just need to learn how to manage some AI agents, and then you can advise them with your technical knowledge and experience, you know? And then who knows what you can build, man. I've said this a few times, but this is a big reason why I'm leaving a nice cushy job that is probably a dream job for so many people. I'm leaving it because I want to like use AI and build something, build everything that I ever dreamed of building. That's like, I'm so excited. Anyways, when I leaving, I gotta stick around until November. Yeah. You are a man drowning while the rest of us are dying of thirst. BetSimp, what are you talking about, man? I hope I'm not drowning. I don't want to drown. I don't know if I'd rather drown or die of thirst. Maybe die of thirst, because at least it would be... I have a little bit longer to live, but it would be painful, man. I don't know. Would I just die? Would I rather drown? Drowning is so scary to me, man. It's not drowning, he's just sweating. Yeah, it's so hot here, man. Didn't realize you're leaving. Yeah, I've been talking about it for a few streams now. I didn't make any crazy grand announcement or anything. It just kind of... I've been planning this for a long time. It's not like some overnight decision. I've been thinking about leaving for about 1 year now. And I was planning to leave maybe around next summer. Like, I wanted to make it to 4+ years before I left, maybe 5 years. But with all the advancements in AI, I don't want to wait around and then see opportunities pass me by. I think, like, right now, I just gotta go ASAP, because I think the time is right with what AI is capable of and what I'm trying to do. I think I can use it to build everything I want to. Do your managers know? Yeah, everybody knows, man. Everybody at work's been known that I'm leaving. I was actually planning to leave on Friday. Like, originally, Friday was gonna be my last day. I was gonna take all my vacation. I have like 4 weeks of vacation saved up. I was going to, so yeah, I was gonna take 4 weeks vacation and then quit. But then Google offered voluntary exit program, which is basically voluntary layoffs. So I'm postponing my exit so I can get that severance, and then I'll go about my life. But people, I've made announcements at work that I'll be leaving. So I haven't really been doing much. I've been just like handing off my work for the last couple months. And then now my time got extended by like 4 more months. So I gotta like find work to do now. I'm guessing quitting FOMO. Hey, BetSimp, if you quit, what would you do? Is there something you want to do that's you think your work is stopping you from doing? Can you just let Enroses take your spot? He's really suffering at Amazon right now. Hey, I really wish I could do that, man. That would be sick. But it's not up to me. Anyways, Twitch Auth working. Should we commit this? I'm gonna tell it. Commit these changes. Everything seems to be working. Nice. Tag team tech jobs. Yeah, maybe that's, dang, that'd be sick. Tag team tech jobs, where you get hired as a pair. Every team you have a couple tag teams. You just tag them in when you're tired. 24/7 work. Anyways, like what should I do next? I don't know. Now that OAuth, I guess we can work on trying to implement other OAuths. So we only have the Twitch OAuth working, but maybe we should get the Google OAuth stuff. And the X, I don't know about X, man. I think Google, Twitch, and GitHub is probably good for me. But I don't know what I gotta do to get the Google stuff working. I'm gonna ask it to give me some instructions though, and then I'll just follow those instructions. Or maybe I can save that for another day because we're tired of working on OAuth, and we can ask, what? All right, I want you to analyze this type Blazor project and then let me know what, and then give me some ideas for new features. I have my own ideas, but I'm curious to see if this LLM will come up with some ideas that I like. How many business ideas you have that you want to pursue? Man, just one, really. But that one idea is like many ideas that come together in the end. But I'd say realistically right now I'm thinking about 3 or 4 different projects that I'd really like to work on. Type Blazor is one of them. This one is more for fun and experience, vibe coding. I'm doing this, I think it's a small enough project that I should be able to get done as a solo developer, and also a small enough project where I think using LLMs to help me out should be doable. Like, not just help me out, but basically do the whole project for me. You know, that's why I'm interested in Type Blazor as a learning experience and kind of like a tool for the stream. I think it'd be fun. Small, yeah, this is a small, it's just a typing game, man. It's not like some crazy search engine or AI something, you know. It's pretty simple, I think. I haven't really talked about any of my other ideas, but maybe as time goes on I'll let y'all know more about them. I mean, I also work on my personal website, midnightsimon.com. I started off handcrafting this website, but now it's basically only being vibe coded on, man. I'm not gonna like handcraft anything anymore on this website. Comrade Saul, welcome to the party. How are you doing? All right, I started off my website literally handcrafted HTML. This is the original website. Ain't nothing but one HTML file that I maintained by hand, and I was very proud of this. But it got really tedious to update. Anytime somebody won a type racer, I'd have to like go copy and paste a line. Anytime somebody subscribed, I had to go find their name and add some stars to it. And it was like getting really annoying, man. So I decided to redo my whole hand-coded website. And this is what it turned into, midnightsimon.com. But first, I didn't vibe code any of this initially. But we used AI. Don't Defense, member of this community, Don't Defense used AI to scrape my old website, all the data, and put it into a SQLite database for me. And that's how I transferred all the subscribers and all my previous state from the type racer stuff like this. And it's all here now, man. That's how we use AI initially. And then once I saw the AI do that, I was very interested to see how much further we could take it. First he gave up on the chalkboard, then he gives up on the HTML. Hey, Icy Black Deep. Yeah. before the HTML website, I had a physical chalkboard behind me. Not in this house. This was like 2 or 3 houses ago, 4 years ago. I used to write people's names, but that also got really hard to maintain. Twitch does not expose an API for the hardcoded stuff you're doing. Yeah, I could probably hook it up to an API and have this thing automatic, but I don't want that, man. I like having it where somebody subscribes and then I physically go in and I put their name in. You know, I think people like to see that. Anyways, feels like it's gamble time. No, man, we don't gamble that much, do we? You guys want to gamble? No, we don't want to gamble. Oh wait, we have a response from the LLMs. It talked a lot. Let me see what it said. Wait, if there's old Midnight Simon, where's new Midnight Simon? Yeah, it's just Midnight Simon, man. All right, here's what it says. Some high impact features. Competitive leagues and tournaments. Yes. Oh man, how did I already know I want ELO? I think I already told it my idea for the project and it's in the initial design doc. Advanced practice mode. That's crazy. Social features. That would be cool. Gamification and progression. Yeah, that I don't think I want to work on that right now, but that would be cool to have in the long run. Yes, I need some type of display. I need to enhance my multiplayer display, that's for sure. But let's see what else. Enhanced statistics. Yes, typing challenge. Yeah, we need a death mode or whatever, you know. AI features, room enhancements. All right, let's do match making system. Do you think we can do that? All right, let's try. Okay, I want to implement some type of matchmaking system. What type of details should I tell it? How should it behave? I think I want it to be like maybe when a user, all right, let me look at my website first. When we go here and we hit multiplayer, when a user visits the multiplayer page, there should be a new button called race now or something, or blaze now. I'm gonna put race now. When they click it, how should the race now behavior be? I guess took 3 minutes to come up with that list and you didn't even save it. Nah, that list was junk, man. We don't need to save that. We'll just ask it again. Wait, how? I don't know how to describe the behavior I want. There should be a race ready to go that will start once 10, wait, maybe 5+ people have joined, or a certain amount of time goes by. I don't really know. Let us think about how to design this. and then I want to shift into planning mode. So I'm trying to plan this feature right now. I'm not trying to tell Claude to go out and code something immediately. I'm trying to like brainstorm with it. So I switched to planning mode. And this means that we're gonna go back and forth and we're gonna try and come up with a design plan. And then I'm gonna save that design plan to a markdown file. And then I'm gonna start another agent and try to implement the design. And we'll see how that goes. Man, I'm sweating right now. Why can't we just purchase subs with direct crypto transactions? We can only use crypto. I don't know anything about crypto, man. Except I could have been rich if I didn't sell all my bitcoins for 600 bucks. I must have sold like 15 or 20 bitcoins, man, for like 600 bucks each. And I thought I was rich. I was like, yeah, man, I'm balling. Turns out that was a bad idea. What was their purchase price? Like 200 bucks or so? 200, 250-ish. I think I sold around 600 to 700, around that range. Hey, what the heck? My tablet just messed up. Should be 10 years ago? Yeah, it was a while ago, about 10 years ago or maybe more. I don't know. I was talking about this last stream. When I used to buy Bitcoins, I used to have to meet up in person with somebody that I met on the internet on like local Bitcoins. I'd have to meet up with this dang Bitcoin broker and I'd give them cash and they'd send me my coins and we'd wait there until the transaction got at least a couple verifications and then we'd go about our ways. And every month I'd have to go meet with some Bitcoin broker somewhere. At least in the beginning, I had to meet up with them. And then eventually it became to the point where I just go to the ATM and I'd deposit the money into their account after like we gained some trust with each other, you know? Like back then there was no dang Bitcoin exchanges like that, man. You had to go find somebody with Bitcoins, you know? All right, let's see what they're saying. Here's the plan. Room-based multiplayer system with 5-letter room codes. C++, WebSocket, front-end, view, manually create, no skill-based matching or queue system, yeah. Track sessions, no skill rating, yeah. Does this look good? Should I just do all this? Should I read it? I should at least read it, right? New WebSocket message. I don't even know what old messages are, or like let's see. We don't read here? Yeah, we don't read here, man. You're right, Icy Black Deep. You're absolutely right. I'm gonna tell this. I'm gonna keep planning. Can you save this to a MD file somewhere? Wait, called matchmaking design. I'm gonna set it to save it. I'm not gonna read all that, man. It's too much. It's 2025. You don't have to read. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do instead. Oh wait, it can't save it? Man, I should just save it myself. I'm trying to make another session to go study it. Wait, you're in plan mode. Let me change it to not plan mode. Save the design to the... Save it. Whew. It's still in plan mode. Oh wait. I don't know what I'm doing, man. Man. I want you to not code anything. Only write the design in a file. That is it. Dreamy Stream, what's happening? Vibe Coding, welcome to the club. Man, I've been in the club for a few months now. E6 Vibe Coder already? Nah. E6? What's that like? A dang staff sergeant in the military? I don't know. Staff sergeant. Yeah, E6, or I guess if in terms of software engineering, it's a staff engineer. Yeah. I'm not a staff sergeant of vibe coding, man. I'm probably like a corporal. I'm a private first class. No, I'm beyond private first class. I'm definitely a corporal, at least. Static site generator? What? What are you talking about? Oh, SSG, I see. Alright, do you want to create this file? Yes, yes. I just wanted to create that file, man. That's it. Alright, where's the file at? Where'd you put it? Matchmaking design. Alright, clear. Okay. I'm gonna tell this thing. I'm gonna tell the AI. You are a staff engineer who is about to review a design doc written by a mid-level engineer. The design is about adding a matchmaking system to type Blazor. Please review the design in matchmakingdesign.md and give me feedback. Keep best engineering practices in mind while reviewing. I don't know what they are, but hopefully it can figure out what the best practices are. That's how we read documents in 2025, man. Come on. I'm gonna have to tell it to role play. So I'm not sure about this, but I believe when you give it like a role and then like you make it role play, it actually goes and it looks up what a staff engineer is supposed to do and is supposed to know, and it kind of like educates itself about who it's supposed to be, and then it goes in there and it like pays more attention to details and stuff like that. I don't know if this is true. I'm just hoping it's true. Patel's 007, what's happening? Welcome. All right, let's see what it says. Dang, but I have to read the review. We're trying not to read. All right, it says, this is a well-structured design document that demonstrates a good understanding of the problem space and proposes a reasonable solution. The phase approach is pragmatic and the technical details show careful consideration of the existing architecture. Man, this thing is gassing itself up, man. It doesn't even know that it wrote the thing, and it's like it's glazing itself a little bit too hard. It's acting like, what's his name? Marilyn Manson? Or is that the guy who glaze himself? Anyways, wait, what do they recommend doing? I recommend addressing concurrency and state synchronization concerns before starting implementation. Okay, what do you suggest we do to fix the concurrency and state sync problems? I wonder if they are putting secret AI detection in code like they do in images. Wait, Bricky, what's happened? And materiates, or some, I can't pronounce words, man. What's happened? How are you doing? All right, it's doing some stuff, and then we'll start implementing. I should probably tell it to make a new branch or whatever, but who cares, man? I should care. Let me not say that. Might trigger some people with my horrible version control practices. Are you on the West Coast? I'm in New York, East Coast. State machine? What the hell is a state machine, man? Okay. Update the design file, please. Horrible practices like using Git? Yeah. Hey, if I were to move away from Git and use Mercurial or whatever, I think there's a problem, man. The problem is, at work I use Mercurial, or something we call Fig, but I don't know any of the command line things to type to do anything. I do everything by the UI. So I just click buttons and it works. And I'm not sure if these UI buttons exist outside of work. So I'm kind of scared to go find out. I gotta learn a bunch of commands, you know. Tortoise HG Workbench is an amazing UI. Alright, I gotta try and remember that. I'll look into it. Hey, so Icy Black Deep, are you saying you don't use GitHub at all? You just use Bitbucket or whatever this stuff is? The main problem is that there are next to no online hosting for Mercurial, so I gotta host it myself? I don't want to do all that. All Tortoise UIs operate the same. I don't know anything about Tortoise. What's happened, Brent? How are you doing? I think SourceForge supports HG. Bitbucket got rid of HG. Dang. Wait. Anyways, hold on. Yes. I'm gonna update that. Alright, I'm going to try and split this design into two separate work streams, one for the front end and one for the back end, and I want to spawn off two different agents to go work on those things in parallel. That's what we're gonna do next, man. You wanna make this? Yeah, I want to make that edit. UI sucks. That is the reason Claude Code is hyped. Terminal is always the fastest. Wait, this UI is terrible? What are you talking about? Which UI? Use cursor? Hey, Hepta5. Have you tried Claude Code? Or are you only on Cursor? Because I used to be on Cursor, man. And I haven't even opened up Cursor in a long time. Alright. Wait. Server's a problem. I have an HG. Should I just call that Mercurial server at work? But they put it on a semi-isolated network. That's a total pain. So other stuff I'm just pushing into a network folder as my server. Dang, it sounds like a pain in the ass to go try and switch to Mercurial, man. No. But I have an interview with Anthropic. Dang, for real? Hey, that's crazy. I'm not even like, all right, I don't want to really work for any company right now. But if I had an opportunity to work at Anthropic,